Hey everybody, welcome back. Glitter Cooking Show here at Mari-Mann Herbs. Chef Brian with you. As always, behind the camera, my sous chef Alan. Alan, say hi, Alan.
Well, leave me alone, man. Come on.
Leave me alone. Great. That's what happens when you have good employees right there. You gotta love COVID. COVID sucks. Hey, we've got some fun recipes for you today. We're going to do a stuffed pork chop with a brandied peach filling. And yeah, we did some sampling on it, and it's pretty good. It's going to have it's going to have some gooder seasoning in it. We're good to go. We're going to do some roasted carrots, a little bit of honey butter. We're going to introduce our gooder starches because carrots have lots of starch in them, so we're going to accent the flavors there. In our stir-fry vegetables or our saute vegetables, we're going to add in some gooder vegetable seasoning. The beautiful part of my seasoning blends are that this is everything that you need. And if you wanted to add a little something more to it, add a little bit more of the gooder to it or the super gooder, and you are fully complete with your spices. So you don't have to worry about buying a little bit of this or a little bit of that. That's the way I wrote my recipes. So it makes it one-stop shopping here at Mari-Mann Herbs for your spices. So, with that being said, I promised you when we introduce this that they're going to be short videos. I'm going to try to keep this one short, but we're going to do all three dishes for you today. I'm going to show you how to cut a pork chop, how to stuff it. We're going to get some carrots in the oven, get them roasting off. We're going to saute some vegetables. Got a lot of things happening, what's going on. So, with that being said, let's get started. Remember, all the food that we purchase, all these, Mari-Mann Herbs. At least I try, okay? That way that I know that people can manipulate, change, enhance. I don't like this, but I like the idea. Do what you want, because here's the thing. The Glitter Cooking Show police will not come and give you a citation if you change my recipes. I want you to change my recipes. My recipes are strictly more or less a guide for you to be successful in the kitchen, to have a mise en place, have everything that you need in front of you so you can go to work, and you're not overthinking it, and oh my gosh, I need 14 spices and all that stuff. No, they're all right here. Here's for your starches, or here's for your vegetables. Everything's right for you, good to go, okay? We're gonna keep them simple, fun recipes, easy to execute, great flavors, but always remember too, if you're busy, these recipes were executed and being picked up as a curbside pickup, as a convenience. Check the Mari-Mann website, their Facebook page. Hit me out on Facebook as well. I don't get all crazy and political and all that kind of stuff. I keep it all about food and my veterans. I love my veterans. God love every veteran in this country. Past, present, future, serving around the world. We would not be able to do the Glitter Cooking Show without our veterans. Right on. So, with that being said, let's do some pork chops. Center cut pork loin, real basic. Pork right now is at a pretty good price, so you'd be safe to use this. There's a lot of different things. What we're going to do is use our pork loin. Couple things. I got my gloves on, right? I got to be honest with you, I'm not a huge glove wearer. I don't like them. I like to wash my hands because if you put dirty hands into a clean glove, it doesn't really make any sense, only from a standpoint that you had to touch the glove from the outside to put it onto your dirty hands. So make sure you're washing your hands before you put your gloves on. But we want to change them up just to make sure that we're being safe because COVID sucks. So with that being said, let's cut us our pork chops. So you can cut them however thick you want. You want a big Fred Flintstone one, or you want a little thin Wilma Flintstone one, you do whatever you want. I like to shoot for about a 6-ounce chop as a portion and have some fun with it, right? Well, chef, yes? How long is that going to take to cook? Till it's done. Your oven's going to be different than my oven. A convection oven's going to cook different than a conventional oven. Till it's done. You need an internal thermometer. Remember, pork is not like turkey or chicken. Chicken and turkey, 165 degrees. Internal temperature with a thermometer at the thigh is what you're looking for poultry. But pork, 135, 140, perfect, right? Trichinosis is something of the past. If they feed the hog slop, they have to cook it. So it kills the bacteria. And we know that our piggies like to eat almost anything. But with them having to cook the slop first, then they don't have to worry about it as much, and it makes it safer, okay? So, what we want to do is, you want to make your first cut about 3/4 of the way down and then stop, and then make your next cut. And you say, well, chef, why is that? Well, look what I ended up with. A perfect little opening. Isn't that just the neatest thing ever? Now you're going to be able to put in here. What can you put in here? Well, our recipe today is dressing with a brandied peach filling. Well, chef, why aren't you going to discuss the recipe? Ha! Because that's what the people at the curbside pickup, they got copies of the recipes and they're going to be for sale in the store. And you say, well, that's kind of rotten, chef. No, that's called capitalism at its finest. Again, we're going to make that cut all the way. You can say all the way. See, almost messed up. Almost caught me. Halfway, 3/4 of the way down. Make that other cut all the way through. Remember, I'm not sawing. I'm letting the knife do the work. Be careful. Always remember, a dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife. Okay, so be careful. I'm going to turn my back to you for just a moment to set this over here out of the way. So I've got my pork chops. We're good to go. Right on. Nice job, chef. I know, right? Thanks. Alan showed me how to do that. So, sure. Hey, so I got my bowl here, right? I got my dressing. In goes my dressing. Chef, you're not telling us how much it knows. I know, right? Because the recipes are in the store. Onions and celery go in. Here's the kicker. The brandied peaches. Magnificent flavor. I added a little bit of water to make sure that you have enough moisture in your dressing. And when I was tinkering with this recipe yesterday, I noticed that when I was mixing it, I was like, man, it's taking an awful long time for this stuff to bloom. What the heck's going on? So what I did was I walked away from it for a few minutes and I let it just sit. And the next thing you know, that dressing absorbed all the water and it went all the way through and it was nice and soft and you're good to go. Now, you can say, well, chef, be like, yes. Are you going to put an egg in there? Nope. I'm not. You don't have to. As long as you don't put too much water into it and get it overly saturated, the dressing will stick together and you'll be good to go. Right? So, with that being said, we've got our mix. As you can see, it's pretty well mixed up. We're good to go. We're going to hit it with, notice what hand I'm using, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty hand here. Clean hand on the bottle. Hit it with some gooder spice, because everything's gooder with gooder. Okay? We're going to mix these up. And we are in great shape. Onions and celery in there, so all you do, take it, stuff it just like so. Remember, we're not cooking for Gourmet Magazine. So I'm not looking for it to be perfect because all I want to do is be able to put it in my mouth and in my tummy and enjoy it, right? So in goes the dressing, just like so. Hey, if you don't want it that full stuffing, don't put as much in. You want more in there? Put more in there. The dressing police from the Gooder Cooking Show will not come and incarcerate you or write you a ticket if you do that. So you get them full to however you want. I'm going to go about like so, onto a greased cooking sheet or some sort of a sheet that you're going to cook on. Remember, cooking with Gooder seasoning adds extra love to your food. Gooder seasoning goes on the top. You got Gooder on the inside. You got those brandied peaches in there. Stop it. A little bit of onion and celery. In the oven they go. Holy cow. Remember, I cannot tell you how long that's going to take. What I can tell you is if you use your internal thermometer and get the proper temperature, and get the proper cooking temperature, you will know where you're at and you'll be good, okay? So I got my dirty working board here. Oh, look at that. There's a little hint I want to share with you. I learned this in cooking school how many years ago? Do you know? Because I don't want to tell you how old I am, because I'm old. Wet towel underneath your cutting board helps you to make sure that you don't play that age-old game of chase the cutting board, right? So we're going to remove that so we don't run into any issues with our contamination of food, okay? So the pork chop's in, right? Woo! That was just too much, Chef. I know, right? Those recipes are hard. Hey, what I got here? I got green beans, I got asparagus, I got sugar snap peas, I got red pepper, and I got carrot. Everything's all cut up. This is something you can do the night before, the day before. You'll be good to go. You take this, you saute it off, you have too much, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with it? Add it to a little bit of rice. You got a beautiful little lunch for the next day. Okay? So be thinking about the next day. Fast food is not our friend, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, fresh, prepared food like this, we're in great shape. Got a little bit of oil in my skillet. Whenever I saute something, I want my food to talk to me, right? So, it's hot. I can see it sizzling. That's what we want. So what we're going to do is get our skillet hot. In goes our vegetables. I bet you can hear that now. You can see the smoke. And Mike always loves when I cook here at Mari-Mann, because it always gets super smoky in this kitchen. So I'm going to turn my fire down just a little bit so I don't smoke the whole joint out. Okay, what do I got? Gooder vegetable seasoning. Going to hit it with some vegetable seasoning. How much, Chef? I don't know. How much do you want to put onto it? How do you want to make this work the best for yourself? Only you can tell me that, right? Give it a toss. Remember, everything's cut small, so it's going to be good, quick, fast cooking procedures. That's what we're looking for. That's what we got going on here. I'm going to add a little bit more. You know why? Because I can. I want to make sure the gooder level is appropriate. So I'm going to keep them moving, keep them tossing. Now I will tell you that you have to toss them like this, and if you don't, I will use spyware technology to come into your home and see if you're not tossing them the right way, and I will have to write you a citation that way. Sounded good anyway. Hey, you don't like doing that? Don't do it that way. I got them cooking, they're getting happy, they're good to go. I'm going to pull out my next bowl, show you this one. This is how easy this is. My carrots go in, right? I got a little parsley that I got here at Mari-Mann Herbs. A little bit of parsley. My starch seasoning. And see, I messed up. I goofed. I got to step over here. I need a little bit of vegetable oil on my carrots. So a little bit of oil. What does that do, Chef? That helps facilitate the heat, helps them to get hot and keep them from drying out real bad. And then it also is glue because everything is now stuck to them, which is absolutely what we're looking for. Now, you want to cook these. Cook these in the oven. I've got a little baking sheet here. I don't want it real full. I spread them out real nice. This is probably going to take 8-9 minutes in there, right? They're going to bake up. I want them al dente, to the tooth. I don't want them going mush, right? I want them to cook just long enough that they still have some crunch to them, that they're still really good and tasty, and they're really enjoyable. So what I did is I went ahead and I got some cooked here. I've got the butter on them. They got a little bit of the sauce on there. They're really good and happy. They're soft, they're al dente, and ready to go for you to cook up. This recipe also, if you put everything together, put it into an oven-proof dish, wrap it in foil, overnight, let it sit, bake it in the morning. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Just a quick, simple recipe like that. I gotta tell you too, Ladies and gentlemen, I love aluminum foil. 2 reasons. 1, it's convenient, and 2, I don't like washing dishes. I'm a lazy chef. I look for convenience. I love aluminum foil. Beauty of it is, it's not like we're doing anything to hurt the environment because we know as a society we can recycle. So these you can recycle, right? But I love aluminum foil because in the kitchen it's not about how long you're in the kitchen having to clean up and do all these things. Using aluminum foil, hey, you know what? It's one less thing I gotta worry about cleaning up at the end of dinner. And I get to spend more time with my guests, my family, and my friends, right? So, with that being said, let's check on our vegetables are just about done. They're actually beautiful. The beauty of that is what you do now. A nice dollop of butter. I'm not a dietitian. I'm an old-fat chef, and I like butter, and I love bacon. So, in goes the butter. If you don't like the butter, don't put the butter in. Then it becomes your recipe, not mine, right? I'm going to toss it. I got my butter in there. The butter is an insulator. 2 parts. Part of that. Insulation. It insulates the vegetables to keep them warm, but also too when it goes into your mouth, you get a flavor. A beautiful fatty flavor. And it's one of those moments. That's what you're looking for when you add a little bit of butter. But ladies and gentlemen, that dish, since you and I have been talking right here, is completely done and ready for your enjoyment. Okay? Hey, let's go back to the carrots for just a moment. If I were to pull those out of the oven, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle them with some honey from my little honey bear and add a little bit more butter to them just as they're coming out of the oven. The butter melts, coats them, insulates them, mouthfeel, honey, sugar. There's lots of sugar in carrots anyway. That comes up, brings the flavor out of them. All of a sudden, man, you're done and you got a great dish right there. What do you think? Pretty simple, right? Hey, if you have questions, I'm on Facebook. As I said, I don't get all political and crazy. If not, don't feel comfortable with that, get a hold of Liz King here at Mari-Mann Herbs. Not Mike. Liz. She's the brains of the operation. Don't let her kid you. She is. If you need some questions answered or something like that, let me know. Be able to help you as best I possibly can. So if you have questions or something about what you're seeing, reach out to Liz King here at Mari-Mann Herbs. She can get a message to me. Look us up on Facebook, Mari-Mann.herbs or Brian Pehr on Facebook. We're happy to help you however we possibly can. A couple new things coming to the store. Remember, our limited time offer dipping sauce mixes are coming out for Christmas, coming out very, very soon. They'll be hitting the stores. And also, too, I'm putting supplements to cookbooks into the store for a couple bucks for you to come enjoy. My soup recipes are going into the store, as well as a basic risotto recipes going in. So there's also 2 recipes in there, and coming up very soon, we're going to be adding some new soups and some other flavors coming up. Lots of things happening here at Mari-Mann Herbs. If there's anything we can do for you supplement-wise, health items. I love cumin. Love it. Live on it 3 times, 4 times a day. Helps me keep me moving and going forward. Love that stuff here at Mari-Mann Herbs, right? Let us know if there's anything we can do for you. We'll be happy to help you however we can. Hey, always remember 2 things. Cooking gooder makes your food full of love, and love is food that makes the good fooder. Fooder gooder? Wow, that's really, really poor English. And also, too, always remember, thank a veteran. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye-bye.